Is this? Am I cool like Tony now? We could be heard on Andrew, we can be heard on street.
Welcome to the Super R-CADE Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's Super R-CADE Show! I am joined, as always, by the loveliest of peoples. I have Lewis there. Yeah, over there. Hi, Lewis. How are you?
Not bad.
Good. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm joined by the coolest of cool, easy rider, Sam over here.
I go by Goose.
Goose, sorry. I mean, my reference is pretty good too. And I'm joined by something I ordered off of Wish earlier this week. Fun enough.
My name's Nadia.
I like Cardcaptor Sakura.
This is the Nadia I ordered off of Wish, and it actually arrived within 7 days. I was very surprised, and I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm very, very happy with the purchase. I think it was definitely worth every single £3 I paid for it.
Most of that was on delivery.
I'm joined, of course, by the lovely Totana.
Actually, I'm struggling to see with these on.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a very, very dark
You're in a dark cave,
Well,
my
like
friend.
it's not a lack of visual. It's like my eyes were struggling. They were like, I'm conflicted.
There's a layer of something.
No, I'm not explaining it well. It's more like they keep trying to focus on like, am I in light? Am I in dark? I can't work it out. It's in the middle. Anyway, welcome to the Super R-CADE Show. It's a special time of the week where Andy lets the rest of us on this channel.
I know.
We show up, we cause a ruckus and a muckus. We start every week by talking about the latest and greatest in gaming news, because what is arcade if not a group of people that love video games?
That's true.
And then we move on to some of our favourite little mini games and ways of you getting to know all about us.
Woo! Absolutely.
That's the lowdown. And then at the end of it, we shout at you all the things that are happening this week. A little bit less than last week, but still a lot.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's only ever growing. And it grows even more if you support Arcade Glasgow by going to patreon.com/Arcade Glasgow or becoming a Twitch sub.
Beautiful.
I'm going to push now.
Beautiful.
That's not bad.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sam.
This week is nice. But we start every week's show not with gaming news, but instead checking how everyone's week has been.
Yeah, catch up.
And to mush it up a bit, Andrew, how's your week?
My week has been fun since last Tuesday, when was the last time the four of us spoke. Of course, I have. We haven't spoken since. I've been very busy. I've done. I've been into arcade, into the shop a few times. I did some really good work yesterday. I'm really happy with some of the Game Boys that I customized yesterday. I took delivery of some little amplifiers, actually Game Boy amplifiers, and installed a couple into some original DMG Game Boys yesterday, and they are freaking loud,
Nice.
deafening. And so yeah, really happy with that. Aside from that, not really much else to chat about, to be honest. Had a really good weekend watching the WrestleManias. That was really good fun hanging out with the guys in the Discord. I'm not the biggest into wrestling, and I just kind of drop in and out every now and then, but I enjoyed the show. It wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. It was passable. It wasn't bad.
Night one was better than night two.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus.
And all of you that either didn't come or left early to night two but stuck for all of night one made a good choice.
Yeah. I stayed later on the first night, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, wrestling over the weekend, and it's been good. It's been a good week. So yeah, I mean, how are Sam?
Me now.
How are Sam?
Me. Whoa.
Passing
Sam
it right back at ya.
Sam R has essay due
Oh,
on Monday.
the Mexican.
Just over a week. No, an essay. Last essay and then I'm done. No, well, last essay and then I have an exam which is open book over 2 weeks, and it's 2 questions under 1,000 words each. So I'm done. Pretty much. There's not much left to go.
Okay.
Otherwise, making video content. You'll have seen my debut on the YouTube channel and like the stuff that's been made in the dungeon. I've been in other things like the Versus series you can catch every Saturday, releasing on Arcade Glasgow's YouTube channel. But there's also the start of the top 5 videos. The second top 5 video comes out this Thursday. It's the top 5 video game peripherals. It's really great.
That'd be exciting.
If you want to see how many times I messed up the word peripheral, become a Patreon patron, because at the end of the month you're going to get all the bloopers and whoopers from my time making the videos.
Can we make another blooper? How do you spell peripheral right now, just off the top of your head?
Peripheral. I'm good at spelling it.
Guys who are playing words on stream in the chat, was that correct? I think it was.
Also things that have been going on with me, but also updates to arcade stuff. The first Patreon exclusive gameplay, as currently stands, we might have a conversation about if it eventually ends up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But as it currently stands, the first Patreon exclusive Sam Plays in the Dungeon gameplay is currently being edited.
Woo!
So get on Patreon.
Exciting.
Get on Patreon if you want to see Sam be a low-budget rip-off of his favourite YouTubers.
Nice.
But yeah, otherwise not much else going on. Producing the contents, prepping for different things, both related to... It's work. It's arcade stuff.
Yeah.
It's arcade stuff and the usual things I talk about because I only ever watch 3 things, right? YouTube, wrestling, and anime. So this weekend we watched wrestling, and I think all 3 of you are going to cover that. So the thing I'll cover is the anime basis, which was last night I watched My Hero Academia, The Two Heroes, which was the movie from 2 years ago, the second of their movies.
Okay. I still haven't seen that yet.
I was entertained, but as me and Tori were talking about, I just think anime movies from a series aren't for me.
They never deliver.
The end of Evangelion was good, but that was because it was the end of a series, as opposed to being in the middle. So it fits way better being a feature-length thing.
Yeah. Obviously filling in the void left by Nadia with the anime chat, so thank you for keeping that going.
I think I'll be filling in a lot of the anime void in arcade over the next couple of weeks. And afterwards, you'll see me talking about anime on a weekly basis soon.
Good.
And my big flashing LED light in the background, which isn't on because it throttles my internet speed. Because if I plug one more thing into my my extension cable here, it all goes.
You just need a generator. That's what you need. You need a portable generator. That's what you need.
Or an actual building.
Or thank you for the follow, Luanska. Thank you, Luanska, for following. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Sorry, Luanxa. I said that wrong.
Also had a great week.
I believe you sang it wrong.
I sang it wrong too. Yeah, I did indeed. It was just it all came out of my mouth wrong. Oh, and thank you for the yay. Yay!
Thank you to our sponsors this week. Not yet, but if I say this every week, maybe this will happen. Thank you to our sponsors, Moose Juice.
Oh no! Don't advertise Moose Juice again. No, what I was going to say was you need a small army of hamsters on wheels. If anything, that was a joke I was going to before the wonderful follow. Thank you very much, Loanka.
What else is wonderful? Lewis,
Oh!
Lewis, how's your week been?
That's a line. You know. I've been okay. My brother is not out of the room. If you remember last week, I had 2 rooms.
I have to turn Lewis up.
It was sorry.
No, it's not you. It's because I turned you down during wrestling. That's what happened. There you go.
Of course, I was just getting too pumped up about sweaty men.
Kept screaming.
You know me.
Sweaty man.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
I should do it.
Yeah. So I've been helping him get all that sorted, painting his room, all that stuff. I cut my thumb.
Oh no.
Real bad. You can't really see it, but it's super deep and it bled a lot. I watched the first season of Bill Hader's Barry. That's pretty good.
Barry.
Yeah, he's like an assassin with the worst social awkwardness. It's quite funny.
Nice.
And I started watching Preacher, which is another good show.
I tried to start watching Preacher. I think I watched the first 2 episodes. I didn't lose my interest. I think I got distracted by something else. I think that was my problem. But yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I've only read the book.
The comic.
It's some of the darkest stuff I've read, but it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty edgy. But what am I? Not edgy. Speaking
Yes,
of
my lord.
absolute edgy people.
Oh.
Bearded Nadia, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I got my hair done yesterday. Went to the hairdressers, and my scalp. I'm no longer immune to the pain caused by bleach. Had to get my roots done because they were coming through. You know. You can see my picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Also watched some wrestling. However, couldn't make night 2 because I've got so much uni stuff going on right now. All deadlines are like in the next 2 weeks. It's madness.
That's crazy. I can't believe you're here. I mean,
I know.
So irresponsible. So irresponsible.
Or that 2 of you are going to be on Arcade 2 this Wednesday.
Dedication.
Dedication to the bit there. No, I've been good. I've not done much over the last week. I managed to get a lucky break from work for WrestleMania week because there was just so much wrestling on. And I watched a lot of good wrestling. NXT, I think, stole the week from me over WrestleMania. Both shows were great for NXT, and WrestleMania Night 1 was good.
Godzilla vs. Kong stole the week from me.
Feral magical girls lurking while doing work. So here's everything that is said. Hi.
So weird that you were typing and talking at the same time.
I know.
How
That's talented.
Wow.
Incredible skill.
But you're not lurking. You're actually here. That's I'm so confused.
I have been playing a bunch of video games. Played some Apex. I've played some Siege. I've played some more Outriders.
Nice.
I've been playing a ton of Ultima Online while playing other games as well, and yeah, it's all been good.
Nice.
I'm going to come back very quickly to a couple of messages in the chat. So for oh my gosh, for oh my gosh, gaming peripherals are like additional devices that you get for consoles that allow you to do different things. Think.
I mean, a controller.
I don't want to give
peripheral.
away things that are on the top 5 list. Think light guns.
Yeah, like
but
a keyboard and mouse.
Anything that plugs into a computer is a peripheral.
Yeah.
Keyboard, mouse, joypad also counts.
Usually they're covered in chocolate and have a cream filling.
No, don't do this. That's part of the bloopers and whoopers that you can check out on Patreon at the end of this month. And is that a suggestion for a top 5 list of wrestling animes that are on YouTube, or just a top 5 wrestling animes? Either way, that's a Venn diagram I can get.
I
involved
think that was more of a. You only watch 3 things. You watch.
All right.
You know.
Okay,
wrestling, YouTube, and anime, and they were like, "What about wrestling anime that's on YouTube?"
I get it now. I'm bad. And then Battlebee's thirsting over somebody.
I mean, you can just completely ignore the chat, to be honest, because they're not
No,
even on screen. I mean, when we put this on YouTube, nobody will know what the hell they were saying. So
I mean, that's true, but I like to interact with our audience. If you want to be part of the audience that we interact with, join us on twitch.tv/Arcade Glasgow Tuesdays from 5 until 6:30. Mark it.
Not that we don't appreciate you on YouTube, but it's nice to see you here.
yeah.
But number 5 p.m. is a live PM. So with that, I think it's time to go into gaming.
I think it is. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do some of this.
To find more ways to strong arm short circuit into what we do here. Number 5
I know, but I didn't want to say.
is a lie.
So yeah, it's time for this week's
Short circuit
gaming
score.
news, ladies and gentlemen. Gaming news. I've got a couple of wee tidbits for you. A couple of wee pieces of journalistic juiciness, if you will.
Nuggets of knowledge.
Some little nuggets of goodness. The first piece I've got for you today, gaming news, is where we catch up with the week's gaming news. The title's pretty self-explanatory, so I didn't feel the need to explain the title, but I will explain the title anyway. So this is this week's gaming news. So the first piece that I have for you is in regards to a large investment that Sony have just made, actually, in the last few hours. Have you heard about this yet?
They funded the prizes for our WrestleMania giveaway.
As
No.
as it they've actually put some money into releasing games.
No, unfortunately not either. What they've done is Sony has actually invested $200 million into Epic Games. Thought you'd be happy to hear about that, Lewis.
No, I'm not.
I too am a piece of trash. Can they invest 200 million in me?
I knew you were going to say something
Sony,
like that.
please.
Epic have run another sort of round of funding, and part of the new $1 billion worth of funding, Sony has invested $200 million into Epic Games themselves. Mostly, it was a strategic investment due to their support of Fortnite. You'll see Fortnite advertised with PlayStation quite a lot these days compared to the other console makers, and Unreal Engine as well. They feel like they need to invest in Unreal Engine because they don't have their own proprietary game building software. Yep. It puts Epic's equity valuation now up to $28.7 billion.
Yeah.
How mad is that?
Really epic.
Mental.
Way.
Sorry.
Sony are
start buying exclusivity on a bunch of games that are about to come out.
Yeah.
Oh.
This actually coincides with the news that there's been the. Did you see the news of what was the latest sort of skins or outfits announced for Fortnite? Anybody?
No.
It's
Crash Bandicoot.
It's not actually. It's Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Sorry. Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Oh, you're a host. I just wanted to play some games in the background, guys. Thank you. A new skin available for purchase on the 15th of this month. You'll be able to get Aloy in Fortnite. I gotta do the news that everybody, about the more popular stuff. I personally don't have any interest in Fortnite. I have no hatred against the Epic, but I thought I would report on this anyway because I thought it had to be done. $200 million. Could have spent that on anyone else, to be honest.
Could have spent that on
actually making games.
on actually releasing games.
Well, funny you should mention that, Tony. My next piece is actually on something that was said.
Games being unreleased.
Well, no, it was something that was said by, or supposedly, one of the previous employees of PlayStation has come out and said that the rumors he's been hearing is PlayStation are actually working on a equivalent service to Xbox Game Pass. So something similar in regards to, something like, I think they're talking about possibly evolving PlayStation Now into something more akin to Game Pass.
That is strange because that is completely opposite of what my sources have told me.
Really?
Yeah. So I was reading an article to do with how Sony and Microsoft have been doing since the launches of their new consoles. Mm-hmm. And how Sony has won the sales war at the start. Yep. Definitely. They broke all the records, most successful console launch of all time, even with the stock issues. Both consoles, the Series X and the PlayStation 5, are still, regularly sold out everywhere. But what they were saying was because of how slow Sony's been with getting the exclusives out, getting those games out, Microsoft is kind of winning the moral high ground here and winning a lot of the PR because Game Pass is still best value in gaming. There's no argument there. And when they had spoke to Sony about it, Sony was quite happy with their existing model. They're like, we have no intention of trying to compete with Game Pass. We think our PlayStation Plus offering as it stands and PlayStation Now is very good value. We're going to continue working on our exclusives. And yeah, it was all like Sony was quite happy to just not change the status quo because they're making money.
It's scary when you look at the PlayStation release schedule for 2021. It's just not. It's barren. There's nothing there. I mean, notable titles, probably Resident Evil. It's one of the bigger ones coming. Obviously, there's talk of Final Fantasy VII, but what that is that's just, it's not a full game. It's just like extra story content. Sorry, and there's nothing huge. There's nothing in the next. I mean, no, there's just nothing. Deathloop's cross-platform, isn't it? If I remember rightly. It's coming to PC, isn't it, as well? And apart from that, I think Ghostwire Tokyo is the only exclusive I can think of off the top of my head. For later on this year.
Definitely cross-platform because it's a Bethesda title.
I think Deathloop's Bethesda, right? It was announced through the PlayStation.
It's Arcane Studio.
Yeah, it was announced through the PlayStation already, and I think Bethesda came out after the deal went through with Microsoft to say we're still going to honour all of the previous promises that we had before that, which was, good talk.
Going forward.
Yeah, going forward, Microsoft are holding those cards, and PlayStation are going to get hurt by that. Definitely.
Yep.
I love
sorry,
Xbox.
I feel like Xbox have played their cards well for the start of this this console launch or this generation, and Sony are floundering right now. They need something big going into 2022, or else
it's really funny because see, if you were a shareholder, this is a totally different conversation.
Yep.
If you're a shareholder, Sony is
making
having
money.
those statistics.
Yep.
But if you look at it long term and you're like, well, yeah, they've had a great launch. It's downhill now. Like, do something with it. And then you look at what the Xbox has to offer. And if you look at the barrier to entry, and this goes back to the argument I've been making since both consoles' prices were announced, the Xbox Series S, 250 quid, you're in the next gen. You do your Game Pass, boom, you have all your Xbox games, like your Xbox exclusives, £250 plus your monthly subscription. Whereas for Sony, you are, 500.
The problem now is that if Sony go ahead and try to do something
and 70 quid a game.
Yeah. If Sony try and do something like akin to Game Pass and try to do what Xbox have done, they're just going to be copying them. And they're like Xbox have already got the head start on it. Microsoft have got a huge user base already.
Microsoft games, Bethesda games, EA Play.
EA Play as well being added as well. That's huge for them.
And what happens when Fortnite becomes exclusive to PlayStation?
Well, that's why Sony have invested the $200 million into Epic, because they want to go down that route and try and pull them towards them.
They wouldn't get Fortnite exclusivity. Would not be a thing that would happen.
Epic wouldn't give away that. That's giving away money.
Not only though does like Xbox have that time advantage of over half a year, right? How long has it actually been? Because over half a year is what I can comfortably say, but I'm pretty sure it's been like maybe
years,
year and a half, right?
At least 2.5 years.
2.5 feels like a lot shorter. This is what just
Game Pass was launched on the 1st of June 2017.
There you go. So not only do they have
almost 4 years,
almost 4 years of a
head start,
jump ahead, but it's a proven model for sale. It's working out for them. They're drawing tons of companies to them, and if Sony starts it now, they have their own exclusives, but not enough support from other companies.
It's true, but the thing is, Xbox prior to the Bethesda deal, most people would have said that the PlayStation had better exclusives than Xbox.
This is true. I mean, go back 2 years. Sam is absolutely right. Yeah.
Definitely.
Would you rather play Tomb Raider or Forza? And that's obviously like a difficult, Actually, that's an awful example because Tomb Raider's across different things. No, I can't remember what PlayStation has.
Let's say like Ghost of Tsushima versus Forza, basically. Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima or Spider-Man is the other thing that's come to mind. Or
Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man are your two. Like, you look at some of the exclusives they had, it was Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, God of War, the Uncharted series.
That's it. The male Tomb Raider. That's
that one that's got the two parts, part 1 and 2, and everyone raves about it. Did something Among Us. That one.
Wolf.
No, not that one.
Last
but,
of Us.
Last of Us, that's it.
Last of Us.
Can you tell I'm not a PlayStation fan? Mainly because I play predominantly multiplayer games. And what's the common theme between pretty much all those games I just mentioned, other than Ghost of Tsushima, which has had a multiplayer added?
I mean,
They're fun.
They're
Sony are all single player.
player
Single
games.
player, action adventure, either first person or third person. I mean, yeah, Uncharted, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima. No, sorry, not Ghost of Tsushima. Ghostwire Tokyo, which is also coming out. It's again going to be single player. First person, I believe, if I remember rightly, because it's
To jump in very quickly with this, most game analysts and critics would much prefer that, because there is this like trend towards only focusing on massively multiplayer games and things like that, and there's a shift away from single player narratives and things like that. So having a company whose exclusives deal in that is beneficial for certain pockets of the industry. Now, casual gaming fans, which is who you're trying to draw in, which is why my point about, yes, it's very unlikely, but Fortnite going PlayStation exclusive in its latter years might be a draw for some people who are less inclined about other elements of it. And that is the difference. There's, as much as people bemoan the fact that single player narratives are disappearing, being the console that focuses on it doesn't promote a huge user base, as you've all said. I'm just saying that it is something that people complain about.
I think with regards to games like Fortnite and stuff like that are massively cross-platform, one of the biggest markets for them is mobile. Like the mobile thing. That's why it's been such a big deal with the whole, Apple pulling Fortnite from the App Store, because Epic had put in their own way of getting around Apple's slice of the pie for buying V-Bucks. One of their biggest markets is mobile, so I think them going, it's going to be PlayStation exclusive. I mean, I don't know if Sony could afford to buy exclusivity of that level when it comes to how much money Fortnite makes Epic over the space of a year on everything except from PlayStation.
Yeah.
The biggest market there is mobile.
I'm taking it too much into my mind that they have an ownership stake of some kind as opposed to an exclusivity deal. Or not exclusivity deal, but because they're investors, as opposed to thinking of it as their owners, if that makes sense. I'm thinking of it too much like the Xbox Bethesda, as opposed to it being different.
The fun part of all this is that all the money that these companies make, Sony, Microsoft, going into sort of Epic, and that is small change compared to the biggest market in the world, which is China.
Yeah, I know.
If you look at even I was looking at what is it, the mobile MMO, I can't remember the name of it now. Genshin Impact's been huge for MiHoYo.
Genshin Impact has been such a sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, people are just like, what? And then actually you look at the numbers, oh boy.
It's mental. It's
definitely one of those games that it's not right in your face all the time, but it's always like in your periphery.
Yeah.
Constantly, like tons of games that came and went as long as I've heard of Genshin Impact.
Anyway, Sony are screwed is what we're taking from this. Oh, and I've lost. I lost the Discord call. No, you're back. That was weird.
Yeah, I feel like. They invest in your business, then I'd be like, now we're talking.
That was weird. Candy Keen, we back, because I dropped frames there like nobody's business. Mini F. It's a Mini F. We're back. Okay, cool. My Discord call also stopped and I couldn't hear or see you guys whatsoever. You froze. So I missed the last 5 seconds of whatever was said. So
I was just talking about how if it was Tencent that was to do this investment, and not Sony, then I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Because Tencent have proven that, one, they're willing to invest money and not take any
just leave the creative stuff up to
they will allow the company to keep going. Biggest example of this I've probably got is Grindy Gear Games with Path of Exile. They pretty much bought a controlling stake and were like, no, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep making
we just
money.
want to be able to port it to China.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah, because they've got the contacts, they've got the people to talk to
Yep.
in the government that they can actually then make that stuff happen.
But also, they have the money,
That's
Oh god, yeah.
which
yes.
is
Oh, yeah.
like huge for that. Like, not only do they have the contacts, but they can do it.
Yep.
Like they
Oh
have
yeah,
the fiscal.
Tencent is one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah.
Like massive.
Anyway, moving on to my third piece of news. Any VR users in the chat? Anybody into VR? I know.
I have the VR.
I know. Tutana is big on VR.
I invested in Genshin Impact, so I have the money.
How did you invest? Did you pay? How did you invest in Genshin
It's a
Impact?
free download.
game.
I invested in a comedic sense.
Right,
I see.
That was the leave that joke there. Also, companies can be invested in. So we'll move on.
No, we've got some VR news.
Penny stocks. I'm trying to Wolf in Wall Street this.
Wolf Among Us, you mean? Wolf Among Us.
Sorry,
Yeah.
The last one.
Not back to that joke. Yeah.
Tomb Raider.
Facebook have come out and they're announced that they're going to be doing an Oculus gaming showcase on April 21st. So just over a week tomorrow. They're going to be doing a showcase specific to gaming. It's the first time they've done one specific to gaming. Usually when they do a showcase kind of thing for Oculus, it's sort of general use, all the different stuff that you can do, virtual reality, but with different video means and that kind of stuff. So this one is specific to gaming, and they're going to be talking about the Oculus Quest 2, which is obviously available at the moment. The Quest 1 and Quest 3 has also been announced as well. So there'll be some talk, not a lot of talk, but there'll be a little bit of information on that as well. So just sort of kindling the fire and getting the hype going for that as well. So.
Oculus Quest is a fantastic piece of kit. So I have the Rift. I've got the V2, I think thing is.
Okay.
But having used the Oculus Quest 2, it is phenomenal. To piggyback on what Battlebeast's in there made her feel seasick. One of the biggest contributors to motion sickness while wearing VR is there's two main factors. One of them is frame rate, and the other one is latency.
Yep.
To do with the translation between
Your movement and
what's happening in game.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you turn and then it takes that 200 milliseconds for it to then follow, it is almost this wobbly.
Your brain goes, that's not right.
Yeah, your brain just goes and just falls out your ears and their nose and mouth. So the Quest 2 is brilliant because it's very little. Like, it's not speaking to a computer, so it doesn't have to go graphics card back. It's just all built. So it picks up really, really quickly, and there's hardly any input lag, and the frame rate's much higher as well.
And another point just to raise that I know Nadia has raised in the past, so I'm just going to piggyback on it.
Oh yeah.
Is that a lot of VR headsets and stuff are very they're built for a more masculine frame. Yeah,
yeah.
So and I know for a fact that the Quest is very accessible in that aspect. That it has the adjustable lenses for where your eyes are actually going to be on the inside.
Yep.
Yep.
As opposed to some other models,
which are just static and you can't actually do anything about.
Yeah.
PSVR being one of them.
That definitely helps.
Yep.
And I'm sure in the future they're only going to improve on that fact.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of money and a lot of stuff being put into that. There's actually some brilliant videos on VR headsets specifically on Tested's channel on YouTube.
Yep.
Tested, to anyone that doesn't know, is Adam Savages
from Mythbusters. Yep.
And he has a team who do a bunch of VR stuff, AR stuff, and things like that. And they do reviews on the different headsets and go into detail on all this stuff, and it's really interesting.
I mean, just to nod to the point Lewis is making, Nadia just needs to get a bigger face. Frankly, that's all we need.
True.
Yep.
True.
Nadia,
I mean, that's what happened.
Yeah. Just be
Big
allergic
offense.
to something, slap yourself a few times, something like
Get
that.
stung by
you know?
bees.
Yeah.
Eat your weight in lard.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. That would work. Also get rid of some
Korean
lard.
gaming news.
Oculus Gaming Showcase, April 21st, a week tomorrow. If you're heavy into your VR news, that should be pretty good to see.
VR news.
VR news. Cool.
That's my new gimmick.
I've got a little
My new character.
What's your new character?
Oh, Vic Ryan News, Mr. VR News.
Okay, you're gonna make a name. I see. Okay. I've got two more pieces left for you guys. One, very quickly, was a news article that I stumbled upon yesterday from the Evening Standard, and the headline caught my eye because it says, and I'll read it: more than half of children want gaming on the school curriculum, and I'm like, yeah.
The lower half?
I thought it would be more, honestly. Half is not enough.
Half of children are honest and say they want gaming on the curriculum.
Exactly. I was like, what? Surely.
Depends what ages they're
All right,
gauging,
well,
'cause you can
Sam,
have-
here we go. It keeps going.
right.
So a survey of 13 to 18-year-olds carried out by the gaming accessories firm HyperX found that the majority of young people, 55%, believe gaming is a path to a future career. For example, a professional gamer. There you go.
So, one thing I want to raise
yes.
here, real quick, is that yeah, cool. You can totally get a job in esports. It's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
But another thing is that if you asked 13 to 18-year-olds if they wanted to eat nothing but pizza and hamburgers, they'd be like, yeah, that sounds good. Do you know? But
I'd like to draw on this wall with this crayon. Like, yeah, cool.
yeah,
You don't know what 13 to 18-year-olds do.
No, I know. I was just doing a stupid example.
It's
Yeah.
I understand. Like back when I was that age, I would have been like, yes, gaming. Now that I am older, I'm like,
That's not how the
You know where you
world
work.
works.
Do you know where you work? Do you know what you do in your spare time?
and I'm
Society, you're part of it. Strathclyde Uni. Gaming.
yes, and I I did esports at uni, and I know people who went far, and I know that they spent hours and hours and sacrificed so much of their life to go far into esports that I don't think the 13 to 18-year-old age range, of course, you'd have to start young if you're getting into that, but you need to
Candy King wants your
sacrifice
job.
a lot, and
Yep.
they don't.
I'd be like,
they
yeah,
understand.
We'll add it to the curriculum. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions first. What game do you see yourself playing esports in? And they're like, Fortnite. And you're like, okay, so you're going to play Fortnite. How often would you say, in a day, would you play Fortnite? 4 or 5 hours. And it's like, cool, turn that into 10.
A day. Yeah.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't play other games. You don't play other games because that can get in. That can interfere with your muscle memory. You will only be playing Fortnite because you need to memorize everything about that game. Even days where you're like, I don't want to play it, you got to play it. And then you've got times where you'll be playing it competitively. If you don't do it as well, you don't get paid. So it's like, it's the same with people like, oh, I want to be a video game tester. It's like, no, you don't.
No. You got to do
Here's
bug
the-
reports. You got to
here's-
do. Oh my god, it's horrible. Don't do it.
You don't just get to play games.
You focused on one specific game within gaming. These kids were asked, is it a viable option? You've listed professional esports gamer, which is a potential career. You've listed game
Because that
tester,
was the
which
one
is the
that was
potential.
mentioned.
No, it says games in general. It doesn't say games
Well,
professionally.
funny you should
No, it
mention
doesn't
this.
say esports gaming. It says games professionally.
Well, the reason for this article, Sam, is actually it was prompted because Twitch not long ago just announced an academic partnership with the University of Chichester with their esports degree. So funny you should talk about that because that's specifically what prompted this survey. Was because they were in the area looking at kids or trying to see if there were kids interested in a future career with esports. Hence the question coming forward like that. But I mean, it's something just in general. The curriculum has to evolve to meet the real world needs. I mean, it's totally the world now is totally different than it was 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. And so the curriculum that we're teaching to the kids, I mean, me having a child myself, I know the stuff that he brings home, and I see his homework, and I'm like, okay, how would this apply in a real world situation? Because jobs have changed. You're not doing the same work. Well, it's within the UK, within Scotland, within the country that we're in, jobs have changed. It will change in other countries as well, but it's evolved in such a state that if you were going for a job 20 years ago or 10 years ago, you would need completely different qualifications than you need now for the type of work that's around now. I mean, you go back 20 years and the UK were more of a manufacturing country than they were an ideas country, which they are now. We produce more ideas and plans for things going forward, and then we use other countries to make those products and then sell those products on. So it's the whole curriculum has to evolve as well. And if they're still teaching older stuff that isn't applicable in the work environment that we have now in the country, then it needs to change. And it's not crazy to think that esports as a degree, or esports starting them off at the ages 13 to 18, it's perfectly reasonable for that to be a career path at that age, or thinking about it.
It's definitely the right age to start if you're gonna, like, for this kind of career. You do need to start at a young age. But I went to university with going with like how fast things are changing. Going back to that, is that in school and stuff, you do get taught stuff, and then you get out and you get to uni and you realize that they were in school, you were getting taught a coding language that isn't used anymore, or you were getting taught how to use the software that companies don't use. And if you're getting taught a game, how to play esports, how to play a certain game, that game can totally change. Like, that's completely unconnected from how the market works. It could be anything from the developers of the game ruining it to bad PR. Like, I know a guy who got a scholarship in America. I used to go to uni with him for Overwatch. 2 years later, that like the esports community for Overwatch declined. It's not. I wouldn't say it's dead, but
it's not where it was. It's not the heady heights and numbers it was before.
Where it was. Yeah. So it's definitely went downhill, and that was a chance that he took, and it's not paid out. Obviously, there are some games that last a long time in different regions, like how StarCraft is still really popular.
Dota 2.
But yeah, like there are some games that will last a long time, but some of the games are a bit of a gamble.
I think the reason why I am like, this doesn't make a load of sense to me is because we don't offer like a football class, right?
It's very specific.
It's a very specific thing you're looking at. We do PE. We have PE. Let's learn physical education. You get people who go on to do, other versions of that, like sports therapy and things like that. But you don't have a football course here. You don't have, a badminton course. We don't have a tennis course. If you want to go into a professional line in those activities, you have to look. Like Feral Magic Girl and Nadia saying in the chat there, there's better places to learn that type of thing, and I don't think a structured school environment is the best place to learn it for the exact reasons that Lewis pointed out, which is by the time you learned it, there's a good chance it's moved on, it might not be applicable anymore. If everyone's learning the exact same thing, especially for an esports, everyone's got the same foundational knowledge, then you are literally looking at talent being the main deciding factor, and it's another reason why we don't do things like football and stuff in school, because you can have all the knowledge of football in the world, but if you physically are not built to play the game, you're not going to make it in the professional leagues. There's nothing wrong about enjoying playing football in the park with your mates, but I enjoy playing football. I enjoy kicking the ball about. It's good fun. I played for my school team. Was I ever going to make it professional? No. God, no. Not built right.
I have a friend who fervently denies that natural talent exists. and that you can be as good as anyone at something
Through
if you just put in the work
practicing
and
and
try
working.
really hard.
Yeah.
And then I point out there's just people who are born with and his point being that some people they've done things throughout their lives to build up those physical abilities, and it just so happens you haven't put in the same amount of time. To potentially end this conversation, I want to end it, but like a tie-in to the fact that our name is Arcade Glasgow, we represent the city of Glasgow and we're out here online. If you're one of our younger viewers, or one of our older viewers perhaps, in the city of Glasgow, there is the opportunity that you can study professional gaming within the city of Glasgow.
Absolutely.
So if you go to Glasgow Clyde College, you can apply to take part in their NQ Computing and eSports degree. It's a single-year degree. And it is very competitive to get into. We know a couple of people that have, because they were regulars of the shop when we had a physical space, and it was very...
It's hard work.
It's a big application, and then they would say that, they were like, yeah, I play games every day, but it is
it's not just about that though, yeah.
And there's, like, as I say, it's NQ Computing and eSports, so there's... The thing I really like about this course and its existence is that it's not just, okay, we're going to get you to play games all day and we'll have people who play those games competitively giving you tips. It's also, we've also got a computing degree attached onto this so that you can learn an additional skill, so that if esports doesn't work out,
opportunities
to fall back on.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest thing to add on to all this is the point that Nadi made and Tony elaborated on of computing is being taught in school, and that's a good general start point. Maybe add something into the computing curriculum, which is understanding gaming a bit more in a professional version, similar to how PE isn't for a distinct sport, it's for all sports. Have computing be all elements of computers, and then try and see if places can start after school clubs or professional coaching in your city, which is hard to do because not every country is laid out to support professional gaming, and it would require members of that community to want to feed back into their local community.
I mean,
I don't know if it's
just to tie it off, I mean, it applies to all types of jobs. You learn a general skill first, and then you specify as you go through higher learning. That's the way it works. You start by doing, say, physics and maths and all the different general curriculum stuff, and then you choose to become an engineer, or you choose to go down the route of architecture or graphic design or something like that when you go to university or college, and you specify and you narrow down with each step where you want to be and what you want to be doing. So yeah, it's the best way to do it. You have to learn the base first and then work your way towards your specific skill, the thing that makes you unique and best at what you do.
And I would just like to say that even though I feel like I was very negative about this, about like esports and skill, I 100% wholly agree. If you want to do it, apply yourself extracurricularly, whether it's clubs that have been mentioned or even getting together with your friends and joining like a local team, such as like in Belong Gaming, like Game has their own arenas where you can find leagues throughout the UK that you could join, build your way up. Maybe if there's like scouters out there looking for people for actual teams, then you can have a chance that way. Or you could just do it for fun. That's fine too.
It's true.
But
it's the perfect time to announce the new arcade esports team. No, I'm only kidding. We're not doing that. We have been asked. No, we're not. No. I'm not starting any. I'm not starting an esports team.
But I registered us on game battles and everything.
If you want to see how the Arcade Glasgow staff would do in a esports type scenario, go to patreon.com/Arcade Glasgow or patreon.com/OLL Games, and you can see our latest series of Versus, where we do gaming challenges. Or you can check it out every Saturday as it drips and drops release on our YouTube
This Saturday is episode 3, which is John from One Life Left versus Mish from Arcade in the game WarioWare on the GameCube. So enjoy that this Saturday, coming from 12 o'clock on our YouTube channel. Right.
That's how you can get to know a little bit more about Michelle, but the way you can get to know a little bit more about the four of us is we play our party games.
I'm not done. I said I had 2 things left, dude.
Oh, my bad.
It's time for yesterday's news.
My bad.
It's okay. This is this week's Yesterday's News. This is where I look back at the anniversary of a console or a game or a peripheral.
Expired a year ago. Much like your eclairs.
So I would like to, I'd like to pose a question to you, gentlemen. But first, I would like to say a very lovely happy birthday to Simpsons Wrestling, which came out in the US on April 12th, 2001. Exactly 20 years ago yesterday. So it got its US release yesterday. 20 years ago yesterday, Simpsons Wrestling. But my question for the three of you is, if The Simpsons were still making fake versions of other games, i.e. Simpsons Wrestling was a SmackDown knockoff, Road Rage was GTA, Hit and Run was no, actually Hit and Run was the GTA ripoff. Road Rage was Crazy Taxi ripoff.
Yeah.
If you could rip off any game in the modern era but Simpsons brand it, which game would it be?
Oh,
It's a good one. It's a good one. I like that one.
XCOM.
XCOM. Ooh, really?
That would be good.
Like tactical. What's it? XCOM described the tactical.
It's an isometric.
Isometric. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Real, yeah.
RTS.
It's RTS.
Yeah.
Isometric RTS.
Yeah. Horribly rude. What?
That was when
Me
Sam.
try to cut you off.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Sorry.
Accidentally trying to post things.
Okay, Simpsons
I've got two
XCOM.
answers.
Sam?
I've got two answers. The first one is in line with the Simpsons Wrestling, and just because I want to see more people fighting, and like Mortal Kombat, basically, or Injustice, or Mortal Kombat versus DC, and you can throw in someone like.
So, like Mortal Kombat versus Simpsons would be.
Family Guy.
Oh,
Simpsons versus Futurama.
Family Guy.
Yeah, it would be Simpsons Cross Futurama.
Yeah, which I like. I just think it'd be a good idea, and they could do it in cartoony style. My other answer, and the first one that came to mind, I used to get the Simpsons comic when I was a kid, and the best comics that they would have on a regular basis was The Adventures of Bartman. Bart Simpson's superhero alter ego, inspired by his love of Radioactive Man, the superhero in there. I was thinking a Bartman style Spider-Man, Sony's Spider-Man, but Bartman.
Okay. That'd be
I'd
very
like
cool.
to play as Bartman and just solve all the like hit and run-esque problems that people have, like Apu being like, someone stole 10 cents from me, and Bart's like, I'll deal with it, and flies away.
So superhero genre, game, sort of action adventure, starring Bartman.
With the web
With web swinging.
There'll be a lot of it. See, I was going to go down the other route. There'll be a lot of like skateboard-esque stuff.
Or like
Where,
Gotham
like,
City Imposters style.
Whereas like he'd grind up walls and like grind buildings and stuff like that, make inhuman jumps and everything, but it was all like,
rocket-powered skateboards to justify the going upwards.
yeah,
Nice. Okay, Lewis?
but drinks different Slurpees to get even more special powers. And
I was set on one, and then you guys started hitting it with.
And your
good
brain
ideas.
just starts going, you're like,
I was like, okay, I'll rethink. So my first one was Doom, but with the Simpsons, purely based on a meme of Homer running in and waking up Bart, and then like the audio from Doom starts coming out.
Modern Doom?
Modern Doom, yeah, like
Who's Doom guy?
like 2016 Doom.
definitely Homer has to be.
Just clarifying.
But then I was like, do you know what? Actually, think about it. And do you guys remember that episode of The Simpsons where it was like an MMO? It was like Bart was like
I remember that one.
the Black Knight, and then Marge logs on, and so so Simpsons
That is a
World of
full on
Warcraft.
game. Ooh,
Simpsons of Warcraft.
Nice.
MMO.
Is there any Futurama games that are good?
They're also
Just 'cause
so.
that was the comparison.
They're also
It's-
so.
I don't know.
The Family
Because
Guy games are
you
better
said-
actually.
You said Simpsons MMO, and my brain went to Futurama Dungeons and Dragons. That 3-episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that one
was
too. Yeah.
more memorable, but it's like I feel like they didn't. Futurama wasn't capitalized on enough, much in the same way that even though I dropped off of it, Disenchanted, they've not really tried to commercialize that as much.
Yeah, it's not
the
really
first
because it's
season
not good.
failed so badly.
It's really not. I got like halfway
I
through and
thought it
stopped
was alright.
watching.
I did the same, but it wasn't that I thought it was bad. It was just not good enough to keep up with Steam. But it wasn't bad. I like Elfo.
For me, it was like I watched it. I was like, I really didn't like Elfo and Lucy in this. So
I just thought of another one.
Well, can I do mine?
another-
Can I do mine? I've got I had thought one out. So in recent years, there's been a lot of there's been a slew of simulator games. So I would do Simpsons simulators games, but you would be like Homer at the nuclear plant, like doing his day-to-day job, but you have to stop the thing from exploding. You could do like Groundskeeper Willie taking care of the school, like accidentally finding Skinner and Krabappel in a cupboard or something, and like just going around the school doing that. Or you could or you could be a poo, taking care of the Quickie Mart. That would be one of the so it's like a selection of different. It's like Job Simulator, but with the Simpsons. And you could be Mo at the bar as well, actually. At the tavern, Mo's Tavern, taking care of all the customers. So yeah, Job Simulator, but with the Simpsons. So Simpsons Simulator or the Simulator. No, it doesn't work.
Simulator.
Simulator.
So I just had the idea here of Super Simpson Strikers.
Oh.
So similar to like the Super Mario Strikers games.
Okay. Did they ever do a football game? No.
Simpsons. So like you get the idea of you could have like the Simpsons family, or you could create your own team. Like you would have Mo's Tavern, so you'd have the regulars from Mo's Tavern, like in a team. You would have maybe the power plant. You would have the school. So you would have like Bart, Lisa, Nelson, Ralph, stuff like that, all like in a team. You'd have the police force, Officer Wiggum and his lieutenants and stuff like that. And I think that'd be really, really funny. They would all have their special finishers, like Homer would, like, the ball would get stuck at his back, kind of like the nuclear fuel rod. And then he would fall.
Yeah.
This isn't a spoof. This isn't a spoof of a game, but I would like someone to please make. I know they've made a console version of this, but I want someone to make a game that's the Super Nintendo Chalmers game. I don't know what style it'll be. I really don't want it to be a 2D side-scrolling platformer because that's what all SNES games feel like at times.
That's what all the Simpsons games were, actually. Funnily enough, yeah.
Something a little bit different, like I don't know, just again live out his daily life. Just check schedule, 8 AM, annoy Skinner, 9 AM, go visit Skinner's mum.
So, another one that popped into my head, and this isn't really a spin-off either, but it is a day in the life of game, where it's a horror game akin to like Alien Isolation or
Who would you be running away from though?
So this is the thing, you'd be Hans Moleman, right? But it's just every aspect of his life is frightening and horrible, and you get bullied at every moment of it.
That's a good teaching moment about caring for older people. That's actually really good of you, Lewis. Thank you.
I thought you were going down the treehouse of horror.
I know. It's
No.
like that's the whole horror
Evil
aspect
Bucky
there.
tried killing
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you guys. That was so happy birthday, Simpsons. 20 years and a day since its US release. The Simpsons game I did forget. I was trying to remember what it was. It was Simpsons Skateboarding, which is the Tony Hawk ripoff. Basically, that was the last one that I couldn't remember in that generation. So yeah, thank you very much. Some good suggestions. We'll send them off to Matt, and hopefully we'll get those made.
To Fox.
Yeah. That's all I've got for gaming news. So let's. I don't have an intro for your new game, Sam. Did you send me an intro for your new game? Let's just I don't know. Let's
Transition and transition away.
let's transition to a dark screen and just Sam, sing a song.
No, I actively refuse to. I now don't want to be a part of this whatsoever.
Should we just yell cowboy phrases? This town ain't big enough for the both of us. It's high.
Got dysentery.
I did actually. Hold on.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, ages ago. Yeah. don't do it.
Oh. Sam, what's Quick Draw?
No.
What do you mean no?
Share my screen and you're going to show the people what it was supposed to look like.
Don't share. Wait, no, I can find it. Just send me a link and I can play it. Is this the one with the hats?
Yes.
Okay,
We all talked about it. We were all big fans. It
I
was
know,
great.
but then you didn't tell me that that's what. Oh god. Okay.
It's fine. I didn't. I messed up.
I have to scroll very far back to find this.
No,
This
it's
is a
there.
long.
It's in the arcade staff chat.
It is. That's where I am. I'm trying to find it.
No, I've sent another one. It's at the bottom.
Oh, you sent a new one? Okay, I think I just got to the original one.
Well.
It's okay. I'm coming. Back down
no,
to.
it's my bad. I presumed they'd been downloaded.
Sorry. Didn't know this was being
I've
used.
been juggling 7 different tasks this week.
It's fine. Don't worry. And here we go. This is going to be off the cuff.
Right. Very underwhelming.
As fast as you
I
can.
love it.
Oh, shut up.
What? I want to. No, I don't want to rename it. I want to really want to download it onto my computer.
Stop getting both this intro and then the subsequent game will be very underwhelming to everyone involved. And all that's going to happen is I'm going to sink deeper and deeper into the darkness behind me until eventually I'm Homer in a shed.
We've built this right up. This is going to be the most amazing intro you've ever seen in your entire lives, guys. I cannot wait to show you. You need this in your lives. I just need to move some things around so I can get to the video.
I don't know if Lewis or Tony can remember what it looks like.
I remember it.
Or Tony
I
even saw it.
remember.
I can't remember if Tony commented on it. Lewis was like, "Yay, we're back on the cowboy shtick."
It's okay. Our faces are going to be on the screen at the same time, but I will play it and it'll be good. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Nope, that's that. Yep, that.
A clap. Faster.
That's loud.
As fast as you can.
Oh yeah.
You got the gun! It says under our faces the fastest draw in the west of Scotland.
A clap.
Stream buffered for me just as I thought it. So it just was his face going, oh, and I was like waiting for the help to come in, but no, it's fine.
Best draw in the
So,
West.
this is Quick Draw.
My second new game. Last week we saw the debut of my newest game, which was 5 Alive. This week it's Quick Draw. Now, I have to upset Andy here because he said he wanted more video game related stuff. And I could have made this more video game related, but that wasn't my original plan. I wanted to start with the original plan and see how it goes. So, there is a website called Which Thing Is Best, in which you rate between 2 different options which is the better thing.
Okay.
And it's a massive database and it brings together all different things. Thank you, Teacup Gamer.
No way! It's me! God bless
Thank you,
Isme, for reading us. Welcome in, you readers. Hello, Mr. Particles. It's very nice to have you here. Ultra Squid. I'll sing for you in a minute. Thank you, Isme. How are you today? Thank you very much. Hey! Thank you, Ultra Squid, for following. What, Mesh? What? Thank you so much for joining us. What? Mesh just popped her head in the door with a smile on her face. I don't know what's happening. Hello.
God bless you for your raid.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless
It's
you
me.
and Brogan's TikToks.
Yes.
Danganronpa. Oh, you're playing Danganronpa too.
Don't follow Esme, a Teacup Gamer. Go follow them.
Go.
Also, follow their TikTok.
Follow her TikTok because her and her partner are so funny, man.
Yep.
I think the last one I saw from you, Isme, was you and your partner running about in the woods, and you took your socks and shoes off and started running about in the mud. And I was very scared for you because I didn't know if you had your tetanus shot or not. Because, you know, rust. Oh, the swamp was where I live. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. I'm a gremlin. Nice. Speaking of...
Well, thank you for your raid. You've jumped in as I'm debuting our most disappointing game. Every Tuesday for the new people, we play some mini games, some fun party games where you get to know us all. And I was just introducing Quick Draw, the game where I present the other members of Arcade with different questions that I've found on the website Which Thing Is Best, the website where you decide which thing is best. I'll present them. I've got 15, and I literally just want each of you to
15?
give me your immediate answer.
Quick
to the
draw.
question
That's
of
why it's called
which
quick
thing
draw.
is best.
Okay,
Quick
okay.
draw.
Chat,
So
you can
your
join in.
Immediate response. They won't be able to keep up. I'm going to do this as quick as possible, and all three of you need to give me your answer as soon as possible.
Enjoy your food.
Bye.
Thanks, Ismay.
Bye, driver.
Number 1. The phrase "an egg at this trying time" or conservatories.
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 More than an egg at this trying time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You prefer to bake? Okay, fine. Number 2. A fiddle or a hand mirror.
Fiddle.
Hand mirror.
Okay,
And
number
vein.
3. A zip or a satsuma.
Satsuma.
Zip.
Ooh, zip.
Right, a dinosaur or a pomegranate.
Ooh, dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur as well. A toy car or Glastonbury, the festival.
Glastonbury.
Toy car. Vroom vroom.
Oven gloves or a combination padlock.
Combination
Padlock.
Pepperoni or an exotic hotel.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Naan bread or a banjo.
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 What is naan bread?
Ba ding 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 ding.
I can play a banjo.
Yeah, me too. I can't play a nan bread.
You ever tried?
Sorry, that's the tuna fish joke. I got totally confused.
Later in the a cow calf or toilet paper.
What was the first bit?
Toilet paper.
Cow calf.
Okay.
Oh, toilet paper.
Cow's calf.
A cow's calf.
Baby cow.
Like,
Not the
no.
muscle.
The-
The baby.
I was gonna say the calf of a cow.
Cow. Baby cow.
Specifically
with
that
toilet
part of the
paper.
leg. It's not very tasty, Sam. And what was the second option?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. I can't wipe my butt with a cow's leg.
Yes, you
well,
can.
you could. It's not economical.
It'll pat on my head. That's that old dad
Email
joke.
or YouTube.
What was
Email or YouTube.
YouTube?
Oh, YouTube.
Or Cronuts, which is a croissant mixed with
Cronuts. Thanks for following.
Terminals.
Thank you, Schwenkman.
I should keep it going while Andy is
Keep
trying
going,
to
keep
say.
going, keep going.
Fishing boat or the RSPCA.
RSPCB.
A rose or a feather.
Oh,
Feather.
a kilogram!
Kiss
don't
from
get
a
that.
feather on the wind.
I don't get
And the
that.
last one, a very appropriate combination here: a reptile or a hot tap.
Oh, hot tap.
Nice cock.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's been the first ever edition of Quick Draw.
Were we supposed to be keeping track of what?
No, absolutely not. There's no basis in this. I just wanted to start asking you people really fast questions and getting immediate responses. And it ends in things like Andrew screaming about cow's leg. So
You said cow's calf. Why not just say a calf?
well,
Why did you have to specify?
Well, if we said a calf, it could have been.
Or
Could be
even-
a different type of calf.
Or even just a small cow would have been fine.
Like a whale calf.
Well, here's what happened, really. What's the best thing? Listed it as a calf, and I went, well, that could be confusing because other animals have calves, so I'll make it a cow's calf. Needless to say, I messed up. Anyway, that's Quick Draw. Let us know if you enjoyed this and whether or not we should do it again in the future.
I did.
Okay, good. I did as well.
Oh,
It
God.
got us a follow.
Oh dear God. Alright, I forgot what the next game is, but I've remembered now, so it's time for this!
I was thinking I could make it more video game related.
I'm at the video store.
I'm
in my
apartment.
apartment.
It's far more.
I'm outside the video store. That's not me.
Blockbusted.
Thank you,
What
Ultra.
trash are you watching now?
It's time for Blockbusted, ladies and gentlemen. Blockbusted double audio. God damn it! I haven't fixed all my videos yet. Sorry. What's Blockbusted, Sam? It is Blockbusted, right?
It's Blockbusted.
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
to Blockbusted.
Cool,
As you're starting to realise, I've made all these games. Every time it's just me going, hello, I'm going to talk for 5 minutes, then get other people to say words. This is Blockbusted. It's a game where I present the staff of Arcade, or anyone can present the staff of Arcade, to be fair, with the poster for a lesser-known film. And based on the poster alone, we try and get them to guess what the plot synopsis is. This week, we have one of my favourite actors to make fun of all time.
No, why make fun of him?
Because he looks goofy. Look at him.
He's
Look at him in the
amazing!
poster.
How was Quick Draw for you? Thank you for the poll. I assume that was Wish Nadia that did that. Thank you, Wish Nadia. Oh dear, what's the options here? Let me see. More, please. No, thank you. Cool. Yeah, let's have a look at his face because everybody wants to see this. This is the poster that Sam has regaled us with this week. It is Tom Selleck starring in Stone Cold, where he seems
a bit of a thing. I'd like to point this out. The movie is not called Stone Cold, but this was the best poster I could get. The movie is officially called Jess Stone Cold.
Jesse.
So this is Jesse Stone possibly, or Jess.
No, it's Jesse.
Jesse Stone.
Oh no, that's the wrong thing.
Jesse Stone in Stone Cold.
What the hell did I do?
Right.
There it is. Sorry.
You clicked on the one for.
I know. I clicked on the other thing. It's not ready yet. It's not ready
Ah!
yet.
It's not even not ready. It's not allowed. It's banned. Anyway, this is Stone Cold, which I thought was very appropriate for two reasons. One, WrestleMania was this past weekend. Why is that relevant? Well, because this Wednesday it's the final part of our career retrospective on Arcade 2 in the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I thought this was double trouble, hubble bubble.
Oh my
This
gosh!
is Stone Cold.
I was already got his guess in.
So it was Jesse.
Jesse Stone.
Okay.
Colon Stone Cold.
Okay.
So Jesse Stone is one of Tom Selleck's other famous characters that he does.
Which I'd never heard of.
I was aware of Jesse Stone already previously.
I'm not aware of Jesse
So
Stone.
I'll let you guys go first if you want.
Well, I go first as the wish.
Yeah. I'd like to just
Nadia?
very quickly, Andy. I don't know if you have a trailer for this sorted for afterwards.
You
but I
sent
have
one.
sent you
Yeah,
a
I've
link.
got it there.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So, I'm going to play this very differently to how Nadia would play it. I'm going to take it seriously.
Oh.
Judging by the fact Tom Selleck is wearing a baseball cap that says PPD on it, and the fact that you have said it's Jesse Stone Cold, I'm going to guess that Jesse Stone works for a police department specialising specifically in cold cases. And this one happens to take him to a rural house somewhere near a forest where possibly someone went missing. And him and his beautiful moustache must work out who it was that died, why, and what link they have to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Might I suggest Montana as the area?
Rural,
yeah.
rural Montana.
I think Montana fits nicely.
Two things. First of all, Tony, what do you think PPD stands for? Candy Keen's giving his guess.
I am guessing. Oh, if it's
That's
Montana, then probably something police department. But
Candy Keen's guess for those watching back on YouTube. If you want to get your guess in for these segments, join us on Twitch. Was that PPD stands for Police Department to show how law-abiding he is.
Police Department.
it's the police department that polices the police.
My second point was until properly analysing this poster, Tom Selleck pulls off a turtleneck very well.
Lewis
I think this is a combination.
Lewis does it better, but you know.
Lewis doesn't have a green coat with a high furry neckline to balance it. He looks great. Apart from his weird far off stare, he looks great.
He has the weird thing is he has two far off stares.
Hey, leave his eyes alone. He's just looking. He's a fantastic detective because he has the ability to look at two things at once. Okay, leave him alone.
He's got his eye on the case and his other eye on whatever else.
Is it Polson Police Department? I think it might be Polson.
Paulsen.
No, Polson.
Oh, okay. The mustache is a real killer. It's a lady killer.
Municipality in Montana.
It's the lady
Lewis,
killer.
what
guys.
do you think this movie is about?
I was also gonna go serious, and then Tony said he was gonna go serious, so I was like, I'll go silly, but I can't really think of a silly answer because I'm not that imaginative, apparently. So I'm gonna go with Portland. He's in Portland.
Oh, okay.
Oregon.
That makes
Portland
sense.
Police Department. You know, because why not? And he is a park ranger.
Oh,
So it's actually Parks Department. He's not a police officer. Part of the Parks Department. So he's Portland Parks Department, and he finds some precious stones, some gems buried under a tree someplace. And he's running this like estate, which is the house is the house on the hill says the gaff.
Gaff.
And he has to work out who the heck these precious stones belong to, and it's all about various. It's a very serious film, but they just say stones too many times. He's called Stone. It's called Stone Cold. They just say precious stones. They say stone too much. They say every single kind of stone in that film.
Someone was murdered by stoning.
Yeah.
There's a character
They're
that's
like,
stoned.
oh, what kind of stone is that? Oh, it's basalt stone. Nah, thanks.
Basalt stone.
Actually, so
Oh, that's
we've
sedimentary.
We've got all these like shows.
You said
that
sedimentary,
are
not
quirky.
rudimentary, right? It's a rudimentary stone.
We've got all these
rudimentary
shows about
stone.
like quirky
too simple.
detectives that have like a little something different about them in various different ways, right? Like Sherlock is a bit different from for instance New Tricks, which was like they've all got a little gimmick about each of them, right? Is Jesse Stone Cold's gimmick that he is he is an archaeologist, not an archaeologist, who looks at stones? What's the stone person called?
An archaeologist would.
Is it an
Well, it
archaeologist?
depends.
Depends.
Yeah,
What are you?
Paleontologist would look at fossils.
Yeah. What are you studying about the
Razor
stone?
might look
I
at
don't know if we can
gemstones.
cut this out the final release. Andrew, what do you think your guess would be? Geologist. Thank you to Porteous.
There we go.
No, the geologists study geodudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andrew, Jesse
No.
Stone. Who is he and what is he doing in Montana/Portland?
Okay. All right. I was hoping one of you was going to do the serious answer so I could do the completely stupid answer, and here it comes. So Tom Selleck plays Jesse Stone, who's a specialist in keeping stones warm. And so, unfortunately, there's been a huge temperature drop in the locale that he lives in, which, by the by, is Minnesota. And it's already quite cold there, but he actually warms stones for a living. The PPD on his hat is actually just because he's a big P Diddy fan, but he couldn't afford all the. It was unofficial merch, and it was a Chinese knockoff of P Diddy.
Oh no.
So yeah, Jesse Stone is a I can't remember the technical term for the job.
Is it devil
So-
warmer?
No,
Thermogeologist.
That's the one. Thank you. Thermogeologist. That's what I was going for. Yeah, I can remember the technical terms. Yeah, thermogeologist. Mish. That's definitely a job. It sounds like a job. So that's what he does. So yeah, it's kind of like have you ever seen The Day After Tomorrow or the day after tomorrow?
Or yesterday.
Yeah, this is basically Tom Selleck's rip-off movie of The Day After Tomorrow, where he's trying to keep the Earth warm by being a thermogeologist.
Like sitting on the North Pole.
Is that what happens in After Tomorrow?
Yes.
They try and keep rocks cold. Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened.
So some of you are close. Not entirely there though. I don't know what PPD stands for. PPD is now my. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Interrogate me all you want.
How does he keep them warm? Is it like a penguin?
No. He sits on them.
Or-
He sits on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
penguin neck.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Is that what you're
like
saying?
a rookery, but it's a rockery.
Okay. Yeah. Just confirming my theories.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
I don't know what theory you could possibly have had after all that, but anyway. Andrew, please show the trailer. I think it'll give away all. This week, it's not a very funny movie. It was just a funny poster of Tom Selleck staring into the.
Oh no! I accidentally clicked on it to play in Discord, not on a browser like I should have
watch
done,
it.
which is coming now. Sorry, guys. Here it is.
Coming now.
Coming.
Transition. Volume. Oh, it needs to restart actually. You missed the start because there's lots of texts. In Paradise, Massachusetts. Ah, I knew it was one that started with M. The people are friendly, and the streets are safe. It's the
Paradise
perfect
Police
place.
Department.
It's the perfect place for a murder.
We got a murder?
Well, you're the crime scene guy, Doc, but there's 2 bullet holes in his chest.
I'm a pediatrician most of the time. This is the first murder I've seen.
Nobody's touched the body. Notice she got shot just like the last guy.
Serial killers like ritual, they'll do it the same.
2 in the chest, just like the others.
They're certainly connected in a way only the killers understand.
Does the killer scare you?
Yes. Jesse, I'm sorry. I'm angry. I killed my friend.
Seems the serial killers only screw up when it gets personal.
We got a witness.
Anything you want to tell me? Your car was in the parking lot of a murder scene. I was wondering if you own any guns, specifically a .22.
We do. Registered, of course. A .22 rifle.
Don't trust that guy's hair.
But they did it. I'm not going to sit around and wait for someone to find another body.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to haunt them.
I'm so scared.
I know.
Is this official?
No, it's personal.
Oh, Stone Cold. Yeah, that was a trailer for Stone Cold.
So
Thoughts, feels,
give me one
everyone? You got the synopsis, Sam? You usually do.
I do.
Cool. What's the official synopsis?
Official Google synopsis is a detective investigating a homicide and rape case. When a series of murders occurs in the same manner, he manages to track the killers. But due to a lack of evidence, he has to wait his chance. That's the full Google synopsis. As I say, not a funny movie this time.
No.
But a great poster of Tom Selleck superimposed into the Paradise Wilderness.
I mean, it's not my favourite Tom Selleck poster. Do you know what one is?
I don't. I do have. What is your favourite?
Give me a second to go find it.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll make an announcement. I have found PPD hats online.
PPD hats? Really?
How many members of the arcade staff want a PPD hat? I can get flex caps that say Chief on the back as well.
Can you just talk about how in that trailer it was like, there's been a murder, and then like he was like, somebody got murdered, like it just in the trailer. He was just like,
and it was like, you're the crime scene guy, but there's 2 bullets in his chest.
My favourite line was,
that connects these murders except from the serial killer. There's 2 bullets in this one, 2 bullets in that one, 2 bullets in that one. Yeah, there's 2 bullets in the other one.
No, my favourite line was, is this official? He's like, no, it's personal. Yes.
You killed my friend.
I hate it. I hate it. No.
I can't wait for us. Oh, you can get a distressed PPD hat.
Is that one that's like anxious?
No, it's just got a bit of like tearing on the cap at the front, which would be very. If you wanted to do a cosplay of Jesse Stone after he's been in a fight.
Ah.
It's actually just a hat that they forced to watch the film.
Yep.
The one that's distressed doesn't say Chief on the back. Sorry, Andrew, your favourite Tom Selleck poster?
It's actually quite jarring to see, but it was when Tom Selleck did a movie called. Oh, here, I'll put it on screen so you guys can see it by the time I get there. The chat can also react to this as well. It's when Tom Selleck was cast as General Eisenhower. In a movie called Ike, Countdown to D-Day. They took away both his hair and his mustache, and it's a lot to take in.
So you know the guy I got for the first Rumble Pack Patreon preview, which you can still catch if you subscribe to the highest tier of the Arcade Glasgow Patreon now, to do one of the cameos, who was the Dingle Danger Dingle Domper or whatever it was from Community. But also the guy who the Doppeldeaner, thank you. The head of the dean of the school in Community.
Yes.
The man, yes. Does Tom Selleck not just look like him when he gets old?
He looks like the Pharaoh and Mummy.
Jim Rash.
Oh, I can see that. Jim Rash, I'm thinking he looks like an old Jim Rash. Jim Rash ever ages.
Jim Rash is what you get if you don't wear the right shorts, to be honest.
Strap. Anyway, yeah, so I've ordered you all PPD hats.
Nice.
And they should
Thank
be
you.
here.
Thank you. Cannot wait.
I might actually do it for the bit. If you all can wear them on the next Saturday stream, that'd be handy.
No.
All right, Sam. I think we've got time for the last game. Should we do this?
We do.
It looked like Arnold Vosloo.
Lewis,
Hello.
you ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready for the last game? Sam, you made me a thing and sent me it. And we're using this for the last game?
I did give you a thing and sent it to you, and then you and Tony went, no, nay, nah. So Lewis doing it, but we could do both. Not really got time to do both.
I don't know if you guys have time to do both, but we could try to do both. We're doing this anyway. This is what's happening.
My stocking.
Yes.
Leap there.
What?
Leap there. Hey, leap my stocking.
Hey, lip them, lip them. What?
Leap them like this.
Rip your stockings.
Yes,
You want me to
please,
rip your stockings.
please.
All right, I'm gonna rip your stockings.
Yeah.
We need to start figuring things out. We need to figure out how we're going to survive here.
Because Craft Club.
It is, of course, time for Lost in Translation! Woo!
Whoa!
Lost in
Translation?
Lost in Translation is some bullcrap that I came up with where we take a handful of phrases or blurbs or descriptions or titles or quotes and one of us chucks it through Google Translate a bunch of times until it comes out a garbled nonsense mess. And it's the job of you guys in the chat, as well as the rest of us here, to figure out what the heck it was in the first place. So, one of us comes up with a theme and a bunch of things therein. And who is it this week?
Lewis.
Lewis!
Myself.
Lewis, what have you
and
got
I
for
have
us?
chosen action movie one-liners.
Action movie one-liners.
One of them
Any from
actually,
Jesse Stone?
unfortunately not. It was my friend.
Is this
Unfortunately,
official?
one of them is not a one-liner, but I couldn't resist it, so it's in there anyway.
That's
But
fair.
I'll let you know.
That's fine.
But yeah, so lines from action movies, pretty much it.
Okay. Ready to go.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
Yep.
Yes. Give us it.
This is my first time reading them, so it's gonna be hard to be not doing it in the cadence.
That's the toughest thing. That's the toughest thing, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm here to gag and kick my ass. It's chewing gum.
That's my name and I have an answer.
Wait,
We don't have buzzers!
Clear buzzer noises.
Yeah, mine is Sam is my name and this is my answer. I'm here to... I've buzzed, Sam is my name and this is my answer. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and I'm all out of bubblegum.
That's correct, and that translated to I'm here to gag and kick my ass. Do you guys want to declare your buzzers?
Yeah, declare buzzers.
My name is Sam and this is my answer.
Okay. Wish Nadia.
Oh, I want to go last.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Juju.
My buzzer is my name is Sam and this is my answer.
I believe that one might be taken.
Oh, is it? Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Answer and this is my Sam.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's see, keep up with that.
Mine is buzzer noise.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Okay. So number 2.
Okay.
Point goes to Sam for that one. Is life and death. You go with you.
Whoa.
Life and death. You go with you. Now this one went far, I feel.
I don't know.
You go with you.
Yep. You go with you. Life and death. You go with you.
I surrender.
In the
I
chat,
know
you guys can, if you have ideas, you pitch them out.
I don't know. My name is Answer and this is my Sam. Is it Forrest Gump? Life is like a box of chocolates.
These are action
No,
movie
no, I
one-liners.
don't know.
Good try.
Thank
Cody?
you.
No, not got a clue.
Life is
it's-
death. You
Life and sorry, life or death.
life or death.
Life and death. Sorry.
You go with you.
Life and
Reveal the answer, please.
Yeah,
Alex.
go for it.
death. The answer is dead or alive. You're coming with me. From
That-
Global
yeah.
Cop.
You go with you.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Dead or alive.
Of course.
You're coming with me.
But
Yeah.
it was just weird how it replaced
Yep.
basically every word.
Yep.
So the next one, number 3, is It's a bit easy. This one is not a one-liner. It's the one that's not, and it's I have a special skill. I have
Buzzer
no
noise.
talent. Acquired in the
Ah, dang it! I know what it is.
Buzzer noise.
Yes, totally.
Is it Kermit the Frog and Taken?
I know where you live.
I'll get the actual quote if you want me to read it as Kermit.
Yes, please.
Yeah, right, 1 second. Taken quote. I'm stealing Seth MacFarlane's gig now.
I mean, it's not Kermit originally. It's obvious.
It's not.
It's obviously
It's
Tom
Tom
Selleck.
Selleck.
Yeah. Damn it, Sam! my name is Joke, and this is my Sam.
I have a special skill. I have no talent and acquired it in the past.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Nice.
Next one, Lewis.
Nice. Oh, Kermie!
Poetry.
Beautiful.
This one a little bit harder.
Okay. That's the way I like it.
Is it an edge? It's an edge.
Oh no! Come on! Oh, damn! This is so short. I can't do this. It's answering the Sam thing.
Noise.
Damn it!
That's not a noise.
Yeah, it's fucking Crocodile Dundee.
100% correct.
Damn it! I'm getting beaten by the buzzer.
If that one had gone too far.
This is an edge. Yes.
It's an edge. This one, easy peasy.
Oh, thank you to
so I think this
Porticus.
one's
Thank you.
fastest on the draw.
Oh, that's on top of that. Oh, that's not good.
Number
That
5
hermit deserves a
is
cheer.
this
Is
body
not number
part.
4? Oh, no, sorry.
No, this is
Okay, no, go
5.
ahead.
This is 5.
Should have intro.
This body part. I will be Inigo Montoya.
This is my answer. I'm answer. This is my Sam. It's Princess Bride. And the original quote would have been, "My name is." Oh God.
My name is Diego Montoya.
My name is Inigo Montoya. What?
I just read it. It's the only bit that didn't translate.
The only bit that didn't translate. Yeah, I know. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, for some reason, hello went to this body part.
This body part.
This body part.
You're pointing your mouth.
I will be Inigo
Yeah.
Montoya. You ended your father. He was about to die.
I will kill you till you die. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lewis. For
You will
presenting
become
this
deaf.
week's Lost in Translation.
Woo!
Andrew, is that the end of the Super Arcade Show for this week? Week beginning April the 13th.
Woo! Well, the week begins April 12th. You did this last time, but you did it right last time.
Yeah.
Just to say, you did 5th, 6th last time, and it was really good. You set the bar, and then now you've just fallen over into the bar.
Really disappointed.
I know, dude.
Either way, he is right. In
He's
the
gonna
fact
shut his
that
camera
this
off
is the
now.
end of the
Don't do it.
arcade show.
Sam, that messes up all of my things. Why do you do this? Now there's a half Tony thing going on. You can wave, Tony. See if you lift up your right arm. Oh, and Sam broke it again. Damn. He broke it and then unbroke it. Anyway, guys, this has been the Super Arcade Show. Thank you to my 3 lovely co-hosts. We will see you again next week. Have a lovely day, a lovely week, and a lovely time. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Number 5 is alive!
Press start.
Present, please.
Either way, I pulled a scale out of my arm.
John 5.
Are those separate things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Sexy needle. We're waiting at the end of this. Andy, you've got to come back and got to explain everything. Candy Keen has shockingly gone live while he's been here.
Bubble guts. Paul.
Yeah. Be clear. Mouse _UK.